I'm sorry, but we need to just have a mental change about this, about the large language models and their effect on written assignments or generated assignments these days. The students and the professors the world over seem to be like ships passing each other in the night. The students, wink, wink, have typed the paper and researched it, and they hand it in. And then the professors, wink, wink, they say, oh, you've done your paper and you've handed it in, let me grade it. But we all know that we live in the age of ChatGPT, Quen, DeepSeek, Kimi, Gemini, Grok. And they have the ultimate say in really what now constitutes written papers. So how fair is it to the professor who has finite resources of time, finite resources of mental facility and alertness to be grading? Let's say a professor has a class of 30 students and the professor is teaching 3 sections of that class. That's 90 students. Let's say the term paper is 10 pages, right? You can already see how impossible this is, because anytime a student has a paper through LLMs or AI, which we can surmise that's the game right now. And anytime then a professor is grading this paper, you are essentially grading a computer. This is not fair. Some people have said, well, to make sure that students are not using AI for writing their term papers, let's basically give them pencil or pen and paper and let them just write it like they used to write it 25 to 30 years ago. I'm not sure about this. It's like going back to the horse carriage era while everyone else is going towards flying cars. I'm not sure about this. Other people have come up with another solution then to say, well, let's just accept that students are using AI and let's do our best. I also don't think this will work. I think the solution might be that instead of now the term paper, I say get rid of the term paper. I say have a student explain how they prompted the paper on the large language model. In other words, they must explain their prompt engineering. And in explaining the prompt engineering, they will be able to do what a term paper is supposed to do anyway, generate knowledge, but also be able to demonstrate mastery, that a student has had sufficient enough mastery on the material. Another one also is that a student must be able to answer questions on this paper. But instead of a student sending it in and just expecting a grade from that so-called written work, a student must send it in and then expect that half of their grade will come from having to basically justify, even like they can make it like the United Kingdom Parliament style question and answer session. So once you've handed in your artificially generated work, you must be able to answer questions. And in answering these questions, you'll be able to demonstrate sufficient mastery or lack of it thereof. And so that's how we build a bridge between these large language model systems that students the world over are undeniably using. In fact, students are natives to this system. So we must give up on kind of like these old ways of thinking.